It is Thursday, April 24th, 2025, on another weirdly chilly day here in Los Angeles. And like a Freaky Friday Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, I am beside myself. This is What Should We Talk About with Jenny Yang, your weekly catch-up time with smart and funny people who give a fuck. Probably too many fucks. We discuss topics submitted by our guests and you, the listener. Any topic, current, old, big, small, nerdy, petty, because you don't want to feel like you're losing your mind, and because we long for a better world filled with fun, love, joy, and cool shit. This is What Should We Talk About with Jenny Yang. Look at us. On today's agenda, number 1, podcast updates. Number 2, sinners. Number 3, can we get a hot pope? Number 4, lack of critical thinking. Number 5, the studio on Apple TV. Number 6, $5,000 for women to have babies. Number 7, action items. And number 8, how can we support you? In the studio, we have Dolly Li, documentary filmmaker and journalist. And now you can add cultural consultant on the movie Sinners to the list. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Oh my God, excuse me. Host and producer of, quote, Untold Story of the Mississippi Delta Chinese on AJ+, which was the inspo for the Sinners Chinese characters. Director of, quote, Ghosts of Chinatown. I like to quote it because sometimes you don't know. Ghosts of Chinatown on Hulu. Check that out. Brooklyn native in LA. Lived in Texas, Hong Kong, Oakland. Dolly, what do you want to shout out this week?
Shouting out this week that I got to see some coyotes in my neighborhood, which is really exciting because I love to see nature thrive.
Oh, I love that. You're not afraid of nature.
I should be afraid of me. No.
Wow. You are fierce. You are very fierce.
As a New Yorker in LA.
The New Yorkers in LA are scaring away the coyotes.
I welcome
true.
them.
That's right.
One at a time.
I love that. No, I do love being in nature. People don't know that about LA.
Yes.
Right?
LA
That we're
has
actually
nature.
right up against nature.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Blakely Thorton. Why do I want to add a D to it? Blakely Thorton. Like it's an
Wow.
adjective,
It's a verb. Yeah.
It's very Bridgerton.
It is. Blakely Thornton.
Yeah. It is.
Pop culture anthropologist and podcast host. What is the podcast name?
Yestergaze with Justin Sylvester.
Incredible. And it's going to debut.
It's going to debut May 27th, I believe, on Podcast One. We'll be talking about queer moments before there was the internet. So, like, Diana Ross, like, tapping Little Kim's titty at the 99 VMAs.
I mean, listen, that is a
iconic.
very iconic moment.
But we all, it was like the Challenger launch. We all remember where we were at that time.
Yes.
It just, like, jaw dropped. And you couldn't, like, tweet about it. You just had to, like, remember.
You guys have to talk about the Cher vampire film.
Right?
Oh. So this is a scoop because we have not announced this podcast yet, have we?
I think this is the first time it's being announced on any, like, public forum.
Get out
Breaking
my
news.
face.
Sorry, Podcast One.
Pew, pew, pew. Don't worry. The viewership on my current podcast is very low and new, but it's a dedicated following. I'm so happy you're here, Blakely. What do you want to shout out this week?
I'd like to shout out the last season of Penn Badgley's You.
Have you watched it already?
I've only watched 2 episodes, but
Okay, yeah.
it's just gloriously unhinged, and he's famous in this season, which is wild. Yeah, because he is a murderer.
But it feels right for this time.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
100%.
It feels right for absolute pathetic sociopaths and psychopaths to be famous.
100%.
Yeah.
I can't watch that show.
Yeah.
I can't.
Too triggering.
It's too. I'm too triggered by it. It gives me nightmares.
Yeah, the stalkery of it all.
Yeah.
I mean, I am one of those freaks who gets soothed by true crime, so I apologize. Sorry. Gasp. That's me. Me, how am I doing this week? I'd like to shout out, I sold an asset.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave it ambiguous. I sold an asset so that I don't run out of money.
Are you a crypto bro?
No,
Okay.
no, but it's something. And I just wanted to shout that out because Hollywood is the Titanic falling apart, hitting the iceberg, and I must invest in myself.
Yes.
I feel like that's what I'm doing with
I
this
love
money
that.
that
Yes.
I've made off of my sales. So,
Yes.
as they say, watch me work. I don't know what they say. I don't know what they say.
Send gold bars.
Exactly.
Well, I'm so excited to go to number 1, podcast updates. Hard launch, baby. I feel like this episode makes me feel comfortable about all the 10 test episodes I've done. This 11th episode will be a part of the hard launch. So congratulations to you.
Yay! Oh my
You're one of my first podcast guests. And it had to happen between the two of you because you're so iconic.
Breaking
Thank you,
news.
you
So
know?
much breaking news.
Yeah. And, as they say in the biz, the podcast biz that I don't really know about, but apparently it's nice to have like 3 episodes banked, even though this is like a day and date kind of a weekly show. And so this will be one of the 3. And then I'll announce it to everyone, podcast everywhere, stream it, watch it. But the full episode will always be extended cut. I was going to make a terrible joke, but extended cut. No Chris involved. Extended cut. Always on Substack for paid subscribers.
Love it.
All right?
We love
So
it.
that's the update.
Nothing for free.
So congratulations.
Congrats, Jenny.
Listen, this is what I
Yes.
mean. Like I can't rely on Hollywood. We can't trust these gatekeepers.
No.
No.
And so therefore, I am, for the first time ever, I'm monetizing my following.
That's a big step.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
But like, you know what? You deserve it.
No, I do. And I'm very confident about saying that because if anyone knows me, I have given my heart and soul to the community,
Truly.
Yes.
Truly.
to the people, comedy, Asian American, people of color,
Yes.
on Twitter, on other things. And so it's time.
Yeah.
It's time. I'm just saying, support me. You know what I mean?
It's how you start a cult.
Freedom
This is-
costs $1.05, kids.
Or $8 a month or 6 something if you pay annually.
$8.05.
Number 2, and by the way, fair warning, we have so many topics on today's podcast as we should, but if we end up just talking about Sinners, I'm not mad at that.
Neither am I.
Not bad.
Because I think I had to, this is the thinking behind this booking. I said, Dolly Li, we're all obsessed with Sinners, and I saw your name in the credits. You were a cultural consultant for Ryan Coogler. And I was like, we have to talk about it. I know you.
Yes,
I need to get
for
you
sure.
on as a guest, other than the fact that you're also fabulous in other ways. And then I said to myself, 2 Chinese people talking about Ryan Coogler's Sinners. Not on my watch, said the ally. And so I said, who better to talk about this than my awesome buddy, who is a pop culture expert.
Thank you.
And
No, in fact, I was the lost smokestack brother.
Is that right?
My name is Chimney. They cut me out.
stop.
Could have been triplets.
Could have been triplets. Could have been the one.
The Freaky Friday of it all. I see triplets.
You know? The non-identical triplet.
Amazing,
me.
amazing. Yeah, so I had to have Blakely on to talk about it all. Because there's a lot of layers to the discourse.
So
Yeah.
The
many
capital D
layers.
discourse is heavy, especially when it comes to the Asians involved. Oh my God. And as always, Corey's on the 4th mic, heard but not seen. Like a straight man should be. Gasp.
Freedom isn't free.
Irish jigging.
So I think just to introduce it, let's just get a little background. I mean, we've all seen it,
Yes.
obviously.
Yes,
But
yes,
let's get a
yes.
little background from Dolly about how you got onto the project and what your participation was.
Yeah, so this honestly is kind of crazy. This film was made in like a year. So it was just last year when I heard about this. And it wasn't that direct initially. It was a few actor friends who kept telling me over the course of like 2 weeks that they were getting my documentary, the one about the Mississippi Delta Chinese on AJ+. They're like, we're getting your documentary for a casting call. Haha. Just watching your work again. Haha. And I was like, who is making an indie about my documentary and not telling me?
Yes.
Right? I was like,
Yeah.
somebody needs to tell me right now.
Yeah.
Until someone eventually was like, oh, I know who it is. They're like, it's the Ryan Coogler production. And I was like, as someone with a journalist training, I am not going to trust anybody without a primary source. I need to hear this
Yeah.
from the Ryan Coogler Production Company Incorporated or else. And so it's like, I don't trust anything, whatever. I didn't think about it. And then I did hear from Ryan Coogler's production company, Proximity. And they're like, hey, we're working on this thriller, and part of the story is inspired by the Mississippi Delta Chinese documentary that you did. And Ryan and his team would really love to talk to you, see if you're open to consulting. And that's how I started getting involved.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
love
it's kind of crazy. It was just gossip at first.
Right. All the Asian actors were like, why are we doing a hard Mississippi accent?
Yes, yes. And
This
all
is new.
The way people freak out, by the way, I love that, like, when, obviously, I follow Black Twitter /threads/ wherever we are now.
The simulation.
The simulation.
Simulation.
Yeah. So the mesh that is the internet, I love that Black internet has discovered the source material.
Yes.
And so they've been like sharing a lot of clips from your AJ Plus documentary without attribution. And so whenever I see it, I'm out there like commenting. By the way, shout out to Dolly Li, who is the
Thank
journalist who
you.
made this,
Thank you,
because
thank you.
people need to know. And if they have questions, they should talk to you,
Yes,
you know?
yes.
And if there's like, you know, like there's really tough opinions about the relationship between Chinese folks and Asian folks with Black folks. So that's going to happen. But if there's any question that is like factual or like, let's have you on the thread, you know?
I also knew it was factual because my grandparents are from Sturgis, Mississippi.
Oh,
So like I'm very
wow.
familiar. So it felt very like, oh my God. Like
What
my-
Mississippi?
Sturgis, Mississippi.
Sturgis.
Little 2-horse town or whatever, but my grandparents are from there and then moved to Chicago right before my mom was born.
Oh, wow.
So I was just like, oh, this
Chimney.
is accurate. Like,
Oh my
it
God,
was
this is
wild
a part
watching
of
it.
your direct heritage.
Truly. I was like, no, that's true. 'Cause
Mhm.
I was watching with a white person. I've seen it twice, and they were like, that's crazy. I'm like, it's actually not. And also,
Yeah.
you didn't catch about how like one person's working on one side of the road, and like that scene. I was like, that is so factual.
Yeah.
Like having two sides of
Yeah.
it playing, you have to like be in both areas,
Yes.
code switch, the accents, all of it.
Yes.
It
Right.
was very like, yeah.
I love the pearl clutching of a white friend who was like, how? How is it that this Chinese merchant has two stores
Yes.
separate and not equal?
that's-
Why do they sound southern? Because bitch, that's where they are.
No, but that's okay
And
though.
the prices
I'm
are
okay.
slightly different, actually, in the film.
Right.
The prices are actually slightly different. The
I noticed that.
set designers on the show, I worked with them a lot, the set designers, and they were so meticulous about everything.
They did their job.
Yeah.
No, I love that. And I'm honestly not mad at the fact that people are so confused by the Chinese involved in this, because it's a teaching moment.
Yeah.
It's a teachable moment, and the fact that your documentary gets another life
Yeah.
on the internet is so beautiful to me. I'm obsessed with the intersections of Asian and otherwise. Number one, any Black actor or famous person who roughly looks like they could be Chinese, I will look to see if they're from the Caribbean. Corey knows this. Anytime
sure.
I'll be like, is she an undercover Asian? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm always
Tyson Beckford.
asking. Because people,
Expose them.
Tyson Beckford, we need to talk about it. Okay.
That's where everybody is secret Asian man. There
Yes.
is just a secret Asian in every single person.
That's how I protected my little baby identity as an Asian American growing up, is seeing Asians in everywhere, because we are everywhere. We are 1 out of 5 humans on the planet.
Yes. Yes. Well,
Facts.
Ryan Coogler found out that somebody in his family who's from Mississippi actually has Chinese ancestry, and that's how he went down this rabbit hole. He was like, how could we be from Mississippi and Black and Chinese? Like,
Yeah.
where did this come from? And that's how he discovered the doc.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many Chinese in the world. If you don't have Chinese ancestry somewhere, what are you doing?
Nothing. Not existent.
Nothing.
You know, like just potatoes.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Let's just get your general. How did you feel? You have lineage that's connected with this story. Like, how did it feel for you to watch this movie?
It just felt like, one, it's just so fun to see an original big budget feature in any capacity. I also love seeing Black people in like fantasy and horror genre, because usually it's like, if it's not like basketball player gets out of the hood, can he do it? Like, I'm like, that's not everybody's existence.
Why do you have to be popping while you do it?
Because that's what they asked you to do. They're like, can you do it while breakdancing? And I'm like, fuck
That
you,
was
no.
very, very Nick Cannon.
You know? Exactly. Nick Cannon, Terry Crews.
Can I tell you, I fell in love with Drumline as a child, and
did
I
love
truly
Drumline.
was in love with Nick Cannon, according to Drumline.
Girl,
Why not?
that face he made while drumming made me want to punch him in the nose. I'm just like, stop it. Your concentration face makes me want to die.
As an
Mariah
adolescent
Carey
girl,
loved it.
yeah,
Right? She left. She was like, I've seen enough of it.
girlhood is based off of corniness. Okay,
It's true.
I'm just telling you right now, being corny is the foundation of girlhood.
I love that.
Okay, so you love seeing, yeah, I love that. It's an original film, all right? It's not another sequel.
Yeah.
Been there, done that, Ryan Coogler,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the fact that, I mean, we have to address the thing that dominated the immediate headlines, which is, why are the Hollywood trades negging sinners like they are a toxic bro at a bar
It
with a
was
hot chick?
wild.
So
The
ridiculous.
chick is so hot, how can you neg her?
It was so. I'm
They're
like,
just so jealous.
the fact that they put the Ben Stiller called it out. It was so bad.
Listen,
like,
when Ben Stiller is out here in the forefront, the vanguard of the civil rights movement.
right? When you're making Ben Stiller act like Harriet Tubman, you've done something wildly incorrect.
Franklin Leonard, the founder of Blacklist, I don't know who was the first one who figured out that they were negging Ryan Coogler in these trades headlines, but I saw that definitely, Franklin Leonard did a side-by-side, and that shit was infuriating.
So
but this is why I'm so mad that we don't have Twitter anymore, is because we definitely get to heckle the industry until they submit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they did, because they finally figured it out. Okay, yes, this is a bias that you've called us out on. Let's change up the headlines.
Exactly.
And that's why I miss old Twitter. I miss old Twitter, but we've managed on TikTok and Threads to do other things.
Exactly.
So that's fine. Yeah, I love that. And then and let's go back to the separate but not equal of it all. Right? One of the things, let's just dig into it. One of the juicy points of discussion around this Mississippi Delta documentary, when I see it posted, especially by someone with a Black avatar, is, hey, did you know this is real? Number one, that's a lot of what people are saying. And number two, a lot of the commentary is a kind of sadness and anger around what they see, which is a quote from one of the main women who says, we had to start the store because no one else was doing it. And a lot of people picked up on that, saying, no one else is doing it. Are you kidding me? That kind of passively describes the fact that Black folks were just racismed out of the ability to run their own stores, right? And I just think it's so poignant to have this conversation, because we don't have these conversations enough, right? The opportunity for the sort of Black Asian, the Black and yellow of it all.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard to see for me as an Asian American who wants to be like, I'm in solidarity, and then to see the real anger of some Black folks who are just like, see, this is how they do us. It's like, sometimes yes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes yes. So I don't know, how have you sort of been taking in that kind of discourse around the separate but not equal?
This film did come out in 2017, and I've been working in documentary for 10 years. So I feel like the discourse has always been there. And I think that this is the discourse that should come out of this kind of film and these kinds of characters. I mean, if we want to speak specifically to that quote, though, I would say one, it's 20 seconds out of a longer clip.
That's right.
So we don't have context to what she's talking about, what Frida's talking about.
Yeah.
And I'd also say that she's elderly, right?
Yeah.
And she's speaking about her own lived experience, right? And part of her lived experience is that the Chinese were not allowed to live in white communities.
Sure.
And the only place they could really live is a business, like a storefront, because that's the only way to legally have a home. So they couldn't live in a house.
Yeah.
So the only way to exist was to live in a store. And so, unfortunately, I mean, there's no way that the Black American existence and the Chinese American existence is equal, right? The Black American existence is not based on opportunity, right? Despite immigrants having a really hard time in America, a lot of them having a hard time, refugees and immigrants having a hard time when they get to America, they're still arriving with the background of opportunity, right? It may have been terrible wherever you came from, but you get to arrive with opportunity, with a desire to seek that out, and the door is wide open. Not wide open, but the door's open to that, right?
Yeah.
And it's not that Black Americans didn't get to arrive in America seeking opportunity. That was not the conditions in which you have Black folks here in the country. So I think that when you look at they're different positions in society, immigrants are in the position of opportunity, and these Chinese grocery owners, similar to the grocery owners before them, right? The Lebanese, the Italians, the people who ran the grocery stores in the Delta before, they arrived with the opportunity to continue opening these stores and running these stores. To me, it's similar to how in New York, growing up, most of the bodegas were run by Indian or South Asian families, sometimes Chinese or Korean families. Today, a lot more of them are Nepalese, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, right?
Yemeni.
It's Yemeni. So these stores all over America from the beginning of time, this is what this documentary's shown me, they keep getting passed on to the next immigrant group that's willing to grovel, but for an opportunity,
Right.
right? And I think what's critical for people to know is like, yes, this is like a really cool part of history that Chinese people were this like small part of society, but this is an opportunity that Black Americans are excluded from.
For sure.
Right. And I don't know if it's fair to like pile onto a senior citizen for her to like speaking about her
lived
lived
existence.
experience.
Yeah.
But I think that there's room for like the emotional reaction of like, it hurts to be reminded of like
Yeah.
the people who have opportunity and
Yeah.
the people who don't.
Yeah.
But also, you know, I appreciate all the debate and the threads where
Yes.
people are also hyper aware of like, well, they're also positioned in a way where they don't have much of a choice, right? This is where they were positioned in society as people who were imported into America to be cheap labor, and intentionally, you know, there's
I know.
primary sources intentionally to antagonize the Black community for gaining freedom, right? And that is the nature of this.
It's the nature
this
of whiteness.
hierarchy. It's the
Yeah.
nature of whiteness.
Whiteness is a created idea to stop the proletariat from overthrowing the 1%. Really, it's like back to
Yes,
days when, like,
Fanon.
when there was like, you know, when
That's
they were
right. Yes, Fanon.
when they were, you know, when they
Yes,
were white
Marks.
when they were white sharecroppers and Black people, and they were like, wait, we're fuck this, let's go kill that rich man. They're like, actually, we're giving you whiteness, now you're better than them.
Yeah.
So I feel like the whole thing is based on, we're still going to mistreat you, but we will give you a slightly better proximity to whiteness,
Yes.
whiteness being an avatar for opportunity to keep you from coming together and being like, actually, let's kill these people.
Totally.
Or to keep you being like, and I think keeping us apart is the goal of that
100.
access. And I think Black people need to take back that and like pierce the veil on the fact that they were positioned in the thing to create everything from shopkeepers to the model minority myth
Yeah.
to, you know, allowing people over from other countries who had advanced degrees and being like, well, they're thriving. Yeah, they're thriving because you wanted them to create further animosity between us and them, but you're still going to mistreat them. And it's like, well, you're Indian or Chinese, but you're a doctor or you're a store owner or you're
Yeah.
a professional. Where like you're like killing us for going to school. So then we have an animosity towards them as well, but that's built by the power trying to keep themselves in the pole position.
Yeah, I always felt like, especially when I left Southern California, because Southern California growing up is so brown and Asian to me and so immigrant, that when I went to the East Coast, I realized that the Black and white dynamic was that much stronger. And so anything that wasn't Black and white felt very confusing for a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is just frankly, this is
Yeah.
both on the white side and on the Black side.
Yeah.
You know, I went to Philadelphia for undergrad, and that is a very Black and white city. And I think what I didn't know was how confusing I was to people. I am a foreigner, and so they see me as a literal alien, and they also don't know whether I'm Black or white. And there's so many markers that as this third weird group growing up, existentially, you have to like make certain choices. Now everyone listens to rap and punk, okay? But
Yeah.
back in the day, you had to choose,
Yeah.
all right? You had to choose. Are you Black or are you white? Honestly.
Green Day or you Biggie?
It's all coded. Like, it was very coded.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be Black or are you trying to be white?
Yeah.
And so that's why I have a lot of it's different now, but I have a lot of grace and compassion for what people have to do to survive. And I think now that we know better, let's do better. But like, the fact that like, as an Asian American, to be Asian in America is to be conditionally white or Black. And to have it be changed according to what is useful to white supremacy.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned. I know it's a lot of big words, but it's like, that's why sometimes you find exceptions to the rule. Asians, yeah, maybe they're getting rich off of being a part of the merchant class. Okay, maybe they're getting educated. Oh, maybe they're being accepted en masse because you have to be educated from the home countries in order to come to America. So that's going to be a selective immigration, and that's going to determine a big chunk of what Asian Americans mean. Or you're going to be a refugee, or you're going to be only forced to live in, you know, very not great neighborhoods. You're going to have to join gangs. You're going to have to do all these other things. And so it's like, there is such a duality to the Asian American identity.
But I also think in a way, like, and I recognize in the way there's financial capital and there's cultural capital. And I think in
Yes.
a way where Asian Americans or Asians that have been coming here as immigrants have been able to financially gain capital, we have the cultural capital.
100%.
Where like we might not be gaining the financial benefits, which is always a problem, but like again, like blackness and what, even when it's illegal to be us, it's fucking cool to be us.
Yes.
Yeah.
The second those shackles came up, people are like, let's go to the fucking juke joint. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Let us in. Let us in.
let's kill them afterwards. Let's shoot them with machine guns when they're done. But god damn it, that Negro plays jazz. So I mean, in a way, we're like, it's also going to be stifling in a completely like, inverse and opposite way to be allowed to exist financially, but also being like, what's that food? Who are you? What is that? That's weird.
Yeah.
In a way, we're like, everybody knows the N-word's bad. There's a plethora of anti-Asian slurs that people. Like, even like the Six Flags man was that small Asian man until like 2007. And I'm like, is that racist?
Oh my
Wait,
God,
he was
throwback.
Asian?
He was
Oh my
like that, or like it
God.
was like there's like weird like Asian cartoons and like
Yes,
things.
yes,
I'm like,
yes.
this is racist. You're
Yeah.
doing a racism to sell me Rice Krispie treats.
Yes.
But like it was just okay until like Obama was president. Like I don't know why. It was
I
like
know.
a very strange. Even like Disney movies, like look at that Asian
Yeah.
kid, let's beat him. Like what? Disney?
I fundamentally, I actually accept that in America, racism will always be with us, just like guns. Like we just have
Yeah.
to die with both of them, pew pew. But speaking on cultural capital, you know, I
Yeah.
think what makes this moment so phenomenal that allows us to have this conversation is that the cultural capital that Ryan Coogler and his entire team, the what they have, right, is so powerful that
So
it's
powerful.
completely rocking the industry. And he easily, for anyone that's seen the film, he could have easily made these storekeepers black or white. Nobody
Yeah.
would have overthought it, right?
No.
Like nobody would have thought like, oh, why are they not Chinese? Right?
Totally.
That's
Yeah.
never gonna come up.
Right?
No one's gonna fact check that. It's a
No.
vampire film. There's no fact checking really that he needs to do.
Yeah.
But he insisted, right? He's like, this is historically accurate. This is what happened. And I want this dynamic and the friendship between the Smokestack brothers and Bo and Grace to be present. And I want it to be clear that, you know, even with their friendship, right? Like when these characters are introduced, they're introduced with negotiating price, right? And I think that
Yes.
is so fascinating that he, I believe it's Stack goes first from teaching that little girl how to negotiate for more money to then going straight to negotiating with Grace over money for the signs.
Yeah.
So he's showing her a skill that like this little girl, you need the skill. You got to be negotiating, right?
Yeah.
But it also establishes the dynamic between the Smokestack brothers and the Chows. Yes, they're friends, like childhood friends.
Yeah.
But they're also like the hired caterers of the party.
And she's like, we came here to give these motherfuckers fish. Go get the car. I did not sign up for this. We were acquaintances, not friends. All right.
This is a business deal.
I-
We're not doing murders.
And I know that people have a lot of spice. I don't think there's any right opinion on this. There's a lot of spicy takes because I do think, yes, like I think there's the perspective where like they should be allies and they betrayed the community by saying like we gotta go, we gotta dip.
Well, let's before we get
We're
into
dying, Kim. I don't feel bad. I think I'm down with Grace being like, get the motherfucking car. Put the car on.
Well, before we get into true spoiler territory, I want to go back. I want to go back to the idea about. I love your point about how we are sometimes only allowed to fill into the spaces we are allowed to fill into, and sometimes we got to take that power. And the cultural power of Black folks, the financial power of Asian Americans, is so real. Because for so long, whenever I would be on some panel about Asian Americans in like media and like culture, I always would make this point, like, we need to leverage our cultural power more. Korea's been doing it for us a little bit.
Hey, Black
my,
Pink.
my straight Asian male friends who are out here on dating apps is like, thanks to Koreans, I'm getting way more play. Okay?
What?
Yeah, because of K-dramas, because of
Yes,
K-pop, because of the
K-pop.
popularity. We got East Asian men being like, oh, maybe sometimes I'm fetishized, but at least I'm getting more play on the dating apps.
Yeah.
The men
Yeah.
are.
The men, the men, the
Okay,
men.
I was
Yeah.
like,
No,
I was talking
no.
about white men and Korean women. I was like,
No.
what?
No.
I'm looking at
Cancel.
you.
Asian men.
Cancel.
Asian men,
Okay,
the cult, like we
cool.
need. I always said Asian Americans, we need to leverage our cultural power. Koreans have been doing it for the Asian men on dating apps, and you know, I was out here being like, where do Asians show up when we are excited about something? Where are we complaining en masse? It's when someone talks shit about our food. The only real, this is real.
You're
The
not
only
lying.
real cultural power Asians had for a long time was food. It was something that everyone knew, whether it was Chinese takeout, Thai food, whatever. So, and it's so important to us. So on the internet, when people would talk shit or like get something wrong about Asian food, Bro, the Yelpers showed up. Okay,
They did.
We
En
the
masse.
Asians rose up. I was like, can we harness some of this energy for some other righteous shit too? Do you know what I'm saying? Like that was always my feeling. It's like, why are we not doing that? And so thankfully, you know, America's Best Dance Crew, R.I.P. When that showed up, and all of a sudden they're like, where did these coordinated rhythmic Asians come from? From the California universities, fool.
You know,
Yes.
the Jabberwockies were the MLK of dance. If we really want
That's a hot take.
you know, hot take,
But also,
hot take.
But also, I love that like Asians can be pop stars in America now, because back in the day, even the Jabberwockies or even Far East movement, they had to wear masks to hide the fact that they were Asian to be palatable.
They're like, don't
I
look
did
at
not know the Far East movement were Asian.
Thank you.
the Far West movement.
I mean, but
Popping
also,
bottles in the eye.
would it be crazy
Like a
for white men to
Jesus.
put on masks and call themselves the Far East movement in the 2000s?
Maybe a
No.
DJ. Maybe a DJ will
Exactly.
put on a mask
Like-
or a
like-
helmet. But
yeah.
but no, this is like
Oh, so it was a
we've
DJ.
come a bit farther. Like
I thought they meant Brooklyn.
no, no.
They're Irish. It's just a bunch of Irish dudes.
Wow.
Far East
Brooklyn, the
movement.
Far
Oh, you mean
East.
as in the East Coast?
Boston. The more you
Far
know.
East Coast.
Anyway, the cultural power thing is so real, and every other group is trying to draft off of Black cultural power.
Yeah.
And truly, what a flex Ryan Coogler did with this.
Truly. If he didn't bring this up in the film, would people be circulating this doc and just bringing it up
Right.
and debating?
Shout out to Ryan Coogler.
Shout out Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, just a tight teeth shout out.
But the world building of it all,
Yeah.
I want to encounter them in the 1970s and also be a vampire, like a Studio
Yes.
54 vampire
Ooh.
movie.
Yes.
Like, oh, that's what disco's meant for, baby. Night
70s,
owls.
90s.
Or also like just gracing them before all this happened. I want
Yeah.
like, because like, what's their daughter gonna do now?
I know.
Right.
Like, is she just up in the shop like,
I know.
Papa, can you hear me? No, he's dead.
No, I feel like
Baby.
I feel like the TikToks have covered it. There's all these opportunities for a multiverse. Some people
Yeah.
are like, don't fuck with it. But it's like, bro, I'm
it.
so curious about prequel of Smoke and Stack in Chicago.
Yes.
Right? Playing off the Irish and the Italians. Love that shit.
Yeah.
Next.
What's their dad situation? There's so much dad talk.
Right? Oh, daddy issues galore. Next, we have Native Americans, American Indians, the vampire hunters. The way they dipped immediately.
Love that.
Love that
like-
for
They're
them.
like, we tried.
I wanted to
Knock,
see them
knock.
come
We said,
back.
Not gonna tell you
so
more than once.
badly though.
I
was
wanted
like,
to see them come
back and do a thing. But it's like, no. We don't need to save your asses. Go ahead and deal with it on your own.
They learned. These people came
Fair.
over in
Yeah.
1700s, fucked us 7 ways from Sunday.
Yeah.
Tried to say a bunch of white
No.
people. Good luck. They saw a Klan hood. We told your ass. Goodbye forever.
They're like, good luck.
May peace be with you, bitch.
You will trust a dusty, gross-looking white man over us.
So
Sizzling
dusty.
like a steak.
Sizzling.
He was on.
well done.
Sizzling.
Just a
Actually
hibachi
sizzling.
ass white man.
Hibachi white man.
Just
Hibachi,
bacon
With
showing up at your door,
swords.
Right?
fresh out the pants.
Hibachi
Sores
tofu.
all over.
And they're like, this white man.
He just came from the Benihana. The chef just cut him up. He is a flame.
Although I was talking about this. Once he was like, that man's coming back to kill y'all, I'd be like, tell me more.
Right?
Like once he said the Klan's coming at dawn, I'd be like, well, no. Fellowship and love, like Riverdance is kind of lit. Living forever. Why not?
The vampire Rennick.
Yeah.
Remick was a seducer.
Oh my God. So much
It was all about
seducing.
seduction.
Right?
The insidiousness
Yeah.
of the white man seducing us all.
Yes. I mean,
But I love that he was
vampires.
Irish too, because the Irish people were the black folks and white people.
Yes.
Because people did not like Irish. And I was always like, when you watch the Gilded Age, you're like, that dirty Irish person. How do you know? What?
No, they were one
Y'all
of
all white.
the ethnic whites in American history were the first conditional black and white people. Right? The conditions always shifted, and then the Chinese showed up, that shifted, and then like they said, the blue bloods in charge said, Irish, do you want to not think you're poor but still be poor? Claim white.
Welcome.
Welcome to whiteness.
Check.
Racism is the original MLM.
It is.
Like low key.
No, all of
It's
America's
like, if you just oppress 15 people below you, you can get access to home ownership and generational wealth. But nobody gets generational wealth, guys.
No.
It's over for all of us.
No, we're all just little pods of energy and capital to be sucked on by the capitalists.
Woof.
I mean, let's be true. It's an MLM. Also, truly, America's built off of myth and propaganda.
True.
Yeah.
We know how to tell good stories. That's why Hollywood is so powerful. Is that not white? White. Is that
Yes,
not,
it is.
Is that not white? Is that not right? Freudian slip. My seductive white man.
It's very white.
Let's get back to the juiciness.
The juicy vampires.
We need to talk about the moment. The get the stuff. We're getting out of here, as well as, not Bo, but what's her name? Grace.
Grace,
Yeah.
yeah, Grace.
Grace being like, my man is gone, and I want to fight. And we were just waiting for it. We were just waiting for that shoe to drop when she finally was like, come on in. Bitch, can you understand the gasp I gasped when she yelled, come on in? I was so mad at her. I was literally sitting there like, fucking Asians, you can't trust them. I was sitting there being like, fucking Asians, bro. Like, I get it. She was like ready to fight. She's a belligerent bitch. Okay. I get that. That's part of her energy.
He had her then when he threatened the daughter. Because he was like, if they don't come in, then they could be running outside, and they've managed to kill everyone outside. So, like, I get it a little bit.
It's not a logical.
Still dumb.
It's still dumb. It's not a logical choice.
but human.
It's definitely
It's
not
human.
a logical choice. I mean, I think for the plot, they definitely needed the moment to like really up the ante in the
Of course.
movie, right? So they needed somebody to let them all in. But I also think, like, besides mentioning the daughter, there's a scene where Remick, the vampire, speaks to Grace in Chinese.
Oh, yeah. The devil doing Duolingo.
He's definitely doing Duolingo. And this is like such a specific thing I remember from consulting with them last year. They asked me specifically about those lines.
Oh, wow.
The, like,
Good.
I know how you like to be licked lines. And
Wait,
I
how do you
was
say
like-
it? How do you say it? Say it.
So no. I'm not gonna say, because they asked me which dialect to say it in,
Oh,
right?
Cantonese,
Because
yeah.
that's how. Well, this is honestly to like Ryan Coogler and his team. Like, this is so specific
Yeah.
that they don't even. Why would you even bother asking, right? But they wanted to know Toisan or Cantonese.
Oh.
And honestly, in that era, they were more likely Toisan than they were Cantonese.
Oh, you're right.
So I was like, probably Toisan, which is not my native language.
Toisanese sounds more like Taiwanese sometimes.
A little bit, right? It's
Yeah.
like it's kind of
It's
like,
like a mix.
villager Cantonese.
Yeah.
So the vampire is speaking this like village dialect of Chinese to Grace, saying, "I know how you like to be licked." And I remember when they asked me about that line, I didn't know the full script yet, and I was like, "Whose line is this that you need to say in Chinese?" I was like,
What
"Oh
plot
my
point
god!"
is this?
What do you rate Remick's delivery on that?
6 out of 10.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
He tried.
He tried.
He just learned. He just killed them.
He just killed him. He just
just
sucked
killed
in the
them.
memories and
Yes.
knowledge.
But I think like the emotional part of like hearing some white vampire speak your native language, then threaten to eat your daughter. I mean,
Yeah.
I would, man, I don't know.
I mean,
I wouldn't let them in, but I would have probably ran outside.
truly,
Yeah.
truly speak your language and eat and threaten to eat your daughter. The greatest fear of every immigrant.
Truly. Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
My guy here, how many days in a row learning Mandarin Chinese on Duolingo?
I mean, like 1,400 and something.
1,400 is also the number of days that he said "I love you." Since he first said "I
So
love
did
you."
you start learning I love you the same day you started Duolingo?
No, I started Duolingo first.
But you knew you loved
Love takes time.
Yes.
Love takes time.
because he knew
Yeah.
he needed to talk to my mom.
No, that was it. Yeah, I withheld saying I love you until
You could say it in Chinese.
no. Oh, whiny Jenny. But no, until we were like doing more together, right, and stuff. Because it was like otherwise, then it's just like, man, you're pretty fresh out the gate, you know. But
Yeah, we have been accused of having a U-Haul lesbian relationship.
indeed,
Yeah, the lesbians have clocked that.
yeah, they are very supportive.
Love that. Love that.
You get a Subaru.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on in. Listen, it reinforced a level of the discourse, which is you can't trust these hoes. A little bit.
Yes.
A little bit. Also, I like to, people did kind of say that Sinners gave them a little Get Out vibes too.
Yeah.
And famously in Get Out, the one Asian that was also featured in the pack of like the white people,
Mm-hmm,
right? That were like buying
At the auction.
at the
yeah.
auction.
Yeah.
There was like all white people and then one Asian.
One
That was
Asian
also a
guy.
very
Yeah.
deliberate choice because unfortunately that's how we are perceived.
Mm-hmm.
Asians are perceived as being white accomplices,
White
And-
adjacent.
white adjacent. And there's some Asians who buy into that.
Mm-hmm. I also think of Do the Right Thing, the Korean store owners.
Yes.
And as the city is burning down in Brooklyn, he's
Yeah.
like holding the broom and he's like, I'm black. I'm black. Oh,
I'm black. Don't burn down my store. I'm black.
I mean, that was
wow.
also, was that during or before like the Watts riots of it all? Or that was
It was
before
after,
No, Do the Right Thing was before though, I think.
before 92.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was before.
Not Watts riots, but, you know,
'Cause I think
Rodney
for-
King.
Yeah.
For elder millennials of my age, like who
Yeah.
like came of age in the late 80s, early 90s, that was a
Yes.
very negative solidifier of Asian-Black relations.
Mhm.
Because
Oh.
that whole thing was based off that storekeeper shooting that girl in the
Yeah.
back of the head.
Yeah.
So that was like very like, that's in like encoded in me as
Mhm.
like the base of the relationship, which I've
Yes.
actually had to like unlearn as I've gotten older.
Aw.
But also just like, that's what the media does to you. And like,
Yeah.
you know, that they put you in that position to like, not fight the real enemy, as Sinead O'Connor would say.
Yes,
Ugh.
yes. And I feel like the dynamic in the movie does bring that history up for people too. It's a more contemporary history, right? But
Mhm.
we are talking about like early 1900s versus like way more recent history when we're talking about like these store owners and shopkeepers. So I do think the worlds are quite different. But I think the sentiment is very valid. Like it brings up the same feeling of like antagonism between the Black and Asian community.
Yeah.
But it all does come back to like this is all in the benefit of white supremacy, right? There is nothing better than for these two minority groups to really not get along and to not like each other.
Yeah.
And for sure the inherent racism is all over. But like I said, racism, guns in America, pew pew.
Yeah.
not gonna disappear anytime soon.
No.
Is there anything else? Final words around Sinners? Because I mean, I feel like I could dive even deeper, but there's so many other topics.
See it in theaters. See it in IMAX.
Yeah,
We-
see it on a big screen.
Y'all,
Yeah.
it's all the tickets are so sold out for LA for the 70 millimeter.
Truly.
So we gotta figure it out. I hope they get a long run of that because I want the opportunity to see it.
They're
Yeah.
gonna keep running it until the seats aren't sold out.
Yeah, I hope so.
Good.
It's money. If it's making money for them, the theater
Yeah.
owners
Yeah.
gonna keep pushing it. You know what I mean?
I did get to see it at the Vista last night. That was my second viewing, and it's awesome at the Vista.
With the full format. Ugh.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes don't like to support Tarantino, but whatever. Anyway, let's move on. Number 3, can we get a hot pope? We have to discuss it. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. the most recent pope. What's it? Francis?
Most radical
pope.
Francis. Pope Francis. Listen, the bar is in hell,
Yeah.
so to speak. And so this pope definitely got a lot of cred because they did speak in support of gay folks sometimes, as well as stand by not shooting babies and not killing babies in Gaza. So I think that was interesting that Pope Francis, sort of had that legacy. But let's be honest. Could we get a hot pope?
He wasn't a hot pope,
Right.
I mean, I guess he was.
Have we ever
closer.
had a hot pope?
I don't think so.
I'm not even Catholic and I care.
I don't
mean,
think so.
Definitely after conclave.
I know.
Not since
Conclave.
Jude Law. You know?
Yeah. A Jude Law pope. Here's my thing. Asking if we want a hot pope reminds me of what every good MLM does and cult and religion is it's all marketing, baby.
Yeah.
Okay? Listen, how did white Jesus proliferate so well all over the world? Okay?
Truly.
They were out here selling conventional attractiveness in these effigies of
Yeah.
Jesus. All right? Jesus ain't white,
No.
but look at him with his pale, creamy skin.
And his side abs.
His side
his side
abs, his
abs.
long lustrous hair. That is good marketing. Okay?
Yeah.
So if I were the Catholic Church, I'd go all in. Okay, we're not in the world anymore where it's just all tablets and lore. All right?
No.
We need to see your face.
Yeah, New Testament.
We got that new we need that new
We need that new pope. That new pope.
Jude Law. We need the cheekbones of Charles Melton.
Well, that's why.
Truly. Could he be pope? Oh,
Is
I'd
he
die.
eligible to
I'd
be
be
pope?
Catholic. I would convert if Charles Melton were pope.
I loved Conclave so much. It was the traitors of the Catholic Church.
It really was.
Right? I'm obsessed with Traitors on Peacock, okay? And it was equally gay.
So gay. Oh my God, Conclave was so gay. Like,
Gay
they were
hot
having a
pope?
true kiki.
The backstabbing, the secrecy.
The vestments.
the robes,
The walk and talks.
the walk and
Oh, I
talks,
love the robes.
It was
the
like Drag
lo-
Race.
the lobbying.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
Oh, it is like
Could
Drag
Nymphia
Race.
Wind be Pope?
yes, a Taiwanese.
yes, a Taiwanese
Pope?
drag queen. Sickening outfits.
They are talking about how
Sickening.
there could be the first Asian pope if they were Filipino,
Aren't they considering a black pope and a Filipino pope?
just like the conclave.
I haven't paid a shred of attention because I really don't care
Right.
about the Catholic Church.
Truly,
but
honestly
like,
same.
so like, this is like not going to be Charles Melton, but I'd love it if it were like a black or Filipino person.
That'd be
How did
pretty
that?
hot.
How does it even happen? Are they like? I don't even know how the system works, to be honest.
I mean, I'm not even mad at that anymore.
Are they a cardinal?
Yeah, you just have to be a practicing Catholic. You don't even have to be like a thing
Oh.
ordained as a
Really?
thing. So technically, I think
Anybody?
so. Fact check me. I don't know.
Nobody fact
Maybe.
check. Religion's not really great at fact checking.
Facts.
Who needs it?
No facts.
Who needs it?
In the New Testament.
If they wrote a New Testament, I would root for. If you said I will write the new, oh my god, the gays would be all over that new.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Let's nominate. Since we actually don't care, let's just nominate who would we want to be hot.
Ooh.
I already nominated Charles Melton.
Okay.
Damn.
Lustrous
okay,
hair,
okay.
incredible cheekbones, the ethnic ambiguity. What a new look for the new century.
Okay. Do you have one?
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark
Why?
Wahlberg.
Because I want to hate the Pope again. I
Oh,
don't like Catholicism.
that's
I don't,
right.
I don't think Catholicism needs to be sold to us. Real talk, they're just like a
right.
tax scam
You're
that like kind of
right.
like like essays little children. So like
Yeah.
fuck them.
No, that's true.
And I think who better to say fuck them than see their face every day than Mark Wahlberg.
I already dislike Mark Wahlberg a
Yeah,
lot.
I know.
Exactly.
You're right.
So punchable. Very
Right?
punchable face.
He's already punched the Vietnamese man.
Yeah, blinded him.
What if you go the other direction and instead go with Pedro Pascal for Pope?
No,
And
you're
then
right.
it's just now we're going
a
into
sacrifice,
No, no, no,
it's
no,
a
though.
new era for the church in general.
You can't fix it
and
from the
it's-
inside.
No.
It's a vestige that needs to die.
Actually, I'm very convinced by what Blakely's saying. We can't go that way.
Don't sully Pedro Pascal.
No, it would be Pedro Pascal bringing everyone
No.
up with
Then
him.
just have him start a religion. Like
Well,
he's
Separate
close enough to it
religion.
I would
now.
follow that.
I'll be a Pascalian.
Exactly.
Pascalian.
A Pascapalian.
A Pascapalian.
I'd be a Pascapalian.
I like Pascalian because I'll make Pascalian pancakes.
Ooh, see now.
Now we're
Now we're
talking.
talking. Now we're
Now.
talking.
That's how we sell it with
The new
Pascalian
new.
pancakes. No, I love that. Let's cast a villain as the hot new pope,
Yeah.
so we can hate them.
Right?
yeah.
And that's honestly so much of religion and God versus devil, heaven versus hell. It's like it's attractive and yet devilish. You know what I'm saying? It's making me feel things that I shouldn't feel.
It's very Sinners.
How about you? What do you think? Who should be cast?
I was thinking someone who's like ready for it, and I was thinking Lenny Kravitz. If he is
Ooh.
celibate,
Why?
he'd be
Who's
ready.
I don't want Lenny Kravitz to be
ready.
given to the Roman Catholic Church.
Honestly, but
He looked good in a Ferrari.
and
Pope's
if he could do to the churches what he did to his Parisian apartment in.
Architectural
And-
Architectural Digest. Watch it.
If we get toward the Vatican, oh my god.
The Vatican is already so ostentatious. The maximalism would go off the chain.
No, but I want him to like
feel like he'd
full-
fit right in.
Full rights to like break it down. Like I want the church, the Vatican brought down to the studs and redesign Lenny Kravitz style. The amount of people that would probably die of aneurysms. Oh, delicious.
Yes, the robes.
Delicious.
Think about
Give
the
it,
robes.
make it mid-century modern. Make the whole Vatican
Just gray,
brutalist.
gray hardwood floors. Just millennial
man.
chic.
Or just like Jesus is replaced with like John Lennon's old shirt. I would love it. Like
I
Yoko,
love it.
like Yoko Ono is like second in charge. Like yes.
Yes.
I
See,
mean,
it could be a different vision.
You're right. We've been. I mean, it's right there, right? The Vatican by Gucci. The Vatican by Prada.
They already have so many luxury cars,
I know.
Porsches,
Do they
Ferraris.
drive?
They
do.
have to.
Where
do
does
be
one
driving.
drive? Where's the Vatican? Italy?
It's
It's in Italy. It's, like a little island. It's like a little island within Italy.
Does one drive in Italy?
Yes,
I guess if you got
it's
a little
difficult,
Ferrari,
but yeah, that's
But,
why they
like,
have.
Do popes have driver's licenses?
Oh, Pope has a Pope mobile.
That's right.
It's
They need
a
vehicles.
G-Wagon.
Listen, just accept it. There
Okay.
are branding
I'm
opportunities.
like, I'm looking for logic where there is none. So I'm just like, wait, where does he get his driver's test? Where did Pope Francis learn?
Listen, there are branding opportunities. This is not like Buddhism. This is not an
No.
ascetic religion, okay? If you've seen any of the gold in the robes, it is all about the swag. Okay? So just It's all there. It's all there.
Honestly, I'm gonna
Lenny
come back. I
Kravitz.
like Lenny Kravitz doing it. 'Cause, like, honestly, if like YSL, have you seen the thigh high men's boots and lace collection? If all of them had to wear those leather thigh highs, I'd fucking join. I'd
I
be
think
a
it's
cardinal.
very new.
If I could have,
No?
if I could have access to the latest YSL men's collection, I would join the Catholic Church immediately. Anthony Vaccaro, if you hear me, I will sell my soul for those boots.
The Vatican understands that capitalism works. They know.
I mean, honestly, I would make a whole other podcast just to have the three of us rebrand problematic things.
Katy Perry, go.
It's not worth my energy. I'd rather sell things that are worthwhile. Let's be
Oh
real.
damn.
Oh, sorry.
She could be a monk.
She could
That's
be.
a good rebrand for her.
I mean, she's already been branded. But well, Russell Brand. Just kidding.
Oh, no,
Let's
I
move
didn't-
on.
oh, I didn't think about
Hot
that.
Pope. I know. Sometimes my punchlines are a little far. Let's get to it. Number 4. You suggested this
Yes.
lately. Lack of critical thinking. Why do you want to discuss this?
Because I think facts don't exist anymore. I
They
think everybody gets their
don't.
news from like, I feel like if you don't know what like the Dewey Decimal System is, I don't fuck with you. Or like citing your sources. And like, I hate to be like Gen Z, but like a lot of Gen Z doesn't know, how to like cite a news source or look for things, because I realize it like even when I post, they're like, "You're my news." I'm like, that's bad. I am giving you a highly opinionated take. I am saying I am subjective based on my fucking mood and how hungry I'm. They're like, that's facts. I'm like, no, I'm just saying like, I'm out here saying Romeo Beckham is black and half the internet believes it. That's a lie. I'm lying, but I'm making a case.
That's like how I feel everyone's Asian.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I see it though.
Romeo Beckham.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Mom?
I bet
Posh
money.
Spice?
I bet money he sings the Stevie Wonder version of "Happy Birthday." That's the tell.
Gas.
Where'd you grow up? But
But the difference between facts and opinion is very malleable.
people don't know.
They don't know
People
anymore.
Don't know.
Well, I think part of the problem
Journalist.
I think part of the problem is now that Google has implemented its like AI search thing, the AI results don't give you verified information. It has a bias towards what you search.
Yeah.
So it spits out answers that are satisfying what you're looking for. And I'm seeing people now like take screenshots of these Google AI results and be like, this is facts. It's like, it's not. This is machine generated summarization that helps answer your specific question. It doesn't mean it's factual. You still have to look at the sources.
I did not know the children were doing this.
They
Oh,
absolutely
Screenshotting the
are.
AI
There's
generated
Yes.
Google search
no
results?
critical
they'll Google it
thinking.
in the top AI thing, but they don't know.
They'll be like,
This
is the Pope hot? And then it'll say AI, well, many people believe that the Pope is hot, including Blakely Thornton on Twitter.
Is Romeo Beckham black? Is Romeo Beckham black? Can we look that
I
up?
can promote this enough where it'll happen.
Yes.
Let's look up right now. Is Romeo Beckham black?
It's
And
like-
let's see what the AI generatedness is.
Hopefully, it's
Hopefully, it says according to Blakely.
according to Blakely Thornton, Romeo Beckham isn't.
No, Romeo Beckham is not black. He is of English and Irish descent, the second son of David Beckham and Victoria Beckham, a former Spice Girl member. Romeo's ethnicity is Caucasian.
We can change.
Okay, that's
that.
good. We
All we
can
need to do
probably
is put out
change
like
that.
10 articles
We
that
can
says
change
he's
it.
black.
We can change
and
it.
it will come out.
I'm
going
gonna
to
say it in every Met Gala interview.
And just to see-
Romeo Beckham is black. How has his dandyism affected you? Just do it enough.
I'm excited to see you report from the red carpet.
That's
Oh my
gonna be It's gonna
God.
be a hot mess.
Met
I'm excited.
Gala.
Are
They-
you reporting from the Met Gala?
Yes, I'm doing it for New York Magazine. So like, I mean, there's certain things. I think certain people will know to stay away from me, and I've told them like, you know who you hired. So like, if Kim comes up there, if Jeff Bezos comes up there, will it be a cultural car crash? A brutal one,
God, I'm waiting for it.
a fatal one.
Jaws of life, bring it.
Exactly. One of us, 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Let's put it that way. So good.
And
luck.
you've been working out.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know, we'll see what happens, but
I mean,
yeah.
critical thinking. It also kind of makes me think about the alignment that people have shifted themselves into in order to make money off of this right turn in our culture, like Kim Kardashian, right, like also just it just came out.
Jeff Bezos, Mark
Yes.
Zuckerberg. Tech bros used to be like heavily democratic.
But they're out here
Yes.
being like, no, I'm following the money. So
Yeah.
whatever it takes culturally, I will shift. It's like there's just a new New York Magazine article. I think it's New York or the Cut. That's talking about Whitney Cummings.
I saw that too. I
When
didn't
it's
know
like
she
Whitney
did that.
Cummings, I know. Oh no, I've been clocking that.
Oh no,
I'm acquainted with Whitney. I used to work for her as my first Hollywood job as an assistant for the second season of Whitney on NBC. Okay, forgive the
There wasn't a
landscaper if you hear
third
it.
Whitney Cummings.
Whitney, I'm so disappointed. I'm just gonna say it, man. Whitney Cummings used to be like I'm out here for the girls.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes she'll like defend her like Comedy Store cronies. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I get it. You're trying to be a comics comic or whatever. But it's like now she's just full on like spewing the manosphere, Rogan sphere kind of bullshit. And I'm like, okay, is this really who you are? Like, are you just truly an opportunist? By the way, she went to UPenn as well. Fellow alumni, UPenn. I'm just saying,
God
like,
damn it.
Whitney Cummings, which, not gonna lie, reinforces certain stereotypes about UPenn graduates.
Oh, we're not the best. We love the money.
They love the money.
We love the
Isn't Trump a
money.
UPenn graduate?
Yes.
Yes.
But also Elizabeth Banks.
Yes,
Me and
Elizabeth Banks.
Me and Elizabeth Banks are
Powerful.
we're trying.
A lot of powerful.
We're out here remaking Power Rangers and Charlie's Angels to ill effect. But we're doing it.
I went to Swarthmore outside of Philadelphia, and so listen, that's the complete
She's
opposite.
like, call me
of
Bennett
UPenn.
Ein in it. She's like, we're liberal arts. We talk
We're
about
liberal arts.
safe spaces, feelings.
Okay, thank you. That's my heritage. Anyway, Whitney Cummings, that was disappointing.
I also think it's interesting that, like, especially for younger people, they don't know that like what these platforms are serving you is algorithmic. It is not objective. It's based on like what your eyes stay on to make you stay. So I feel like it's very interesting that I see like, oh, it's just reinforcing your worldview because you stay on the platform longer. Like if you're not paying, you are the product, guys. But if you didn't grow up reading books or being like, you have to put like a bibliography on where this came
Y'all,
from.
a bibliography.
A
of sorts.
bibliography. If
Bibliography
you
would be
don't know
so
what a
tight.
bibliography is, I can't date you. I can't date you. I can't date anybody under 35, basically.
That
Dewey Decimal System, bibliography,
Card catalog.
card
you.
catalog.
Encyclopedia Britannica.
wow, you are narrowing the gay community.
I'm going to die alone. Or I will date Pedro Pascal. You heard it here first. I'm going to try.
Pedro
Before he
Pascal
spoke.
is a beautiful man.
Truly.
Corey just shared this video. Like, influencers are out here trying to explain the difference between correlation and causation.
Because people don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know.
They're like, shark attacks increase in the same way that ice cream sales increase. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean that ice cream sales cause shark attacks or that shark attacks cause ice cream sales.
Murder is also directly correlated with ice cream sales.
Well, then it's also scary about how, like,
Sometimes.
if your brain has been, like, is just so used to fast things, that people are talking about how the freshmen at, like, Columbia and Yale can't do the reading. They're like 100 pages a week, like, because they cannot read in long form. Right? Even like I was watching season 8 of Love Is Blind, and 3 of the men openly in the pod said they have trouble with reading comprehension.
That is a problem. That is a thing.
So sad, yeah.
The American education system toyed with a totally different way of reading, and that actually I just heard a news report about this, and that screwed up a mini generation of Gen Z.
But then it's even weird because that's how bad dating is. It's like one of them was like, well, I'm a teacher, that's okay. He just told you he's illiterate.
Oh
and you're
my
like,
God.
I teach children. Like, what?
Listen, I'm not on here on this podcast trying to shame illiteracy, okay? Because I think as a culture we should take responsibility, but individually you should too.
I am. For 30-year-old upwardly mobile white men in Minnesota, fuck you. Learn to read. Learn to read. If you're going to be a racist and culturally biased and go to a mega church and you can't write a simple sentence, go home.
But that is a that is a cause. That is a cause. It's not a correlation. That if you lack reading skills, it hinders your critical thinking skills, and it's going to make you more susceptible to getting pulled into fascism.
To me and Whitney Cummings. It's me or Whitney Cummings, kids. So give me your money.
Well, it's so tough for teachers now too, because like they want kids to read a book, right? A simple book, and then they'll just chat GPT and be like, "What's this book about?"
This is why I'm a troglodyte with that. Because people are like, "Oh, ChatGPT." I'm like, I don't use it. I don't trust
neither.
it. We're also building Terminators. We've seen this movie. It's gonna learn. It's gonna be like, "Oh wait, y'all are stupid and polluting the planet. Let me just like." That's why I won't get into Waymo.
Oh,
Me
God, I'm
neither.
so terrified of Waymo.
What?
Terrified of Waymo.
No, thank you. They're out to get us. The way every time a viral video comes out of Boston Robotics Dynamics or whatever, where it's just like a little like robot dog doing parkour. No, thank you.
I also feel like as a citizen, I did not sign any contract to agree to be part of their
On
experiment.
the road with it.
I'm not.
You're right.
I didn't agree to that.
I was afraid to
Why
drive a
am I
Tesla.
involved?
Can I tell you, there is a part of me that wants to do like deep dive primers for social media around these very fundamental critical thinking things like correlation and causation. Also, because I have a public policy and political background, the difference between public good and private goods is something that we don't know enough about.
No.
Why something should be a public good like electricity and firefighting, for
Or a
example.
library.
Or a library or the internet, that should be a public good versus the way that this current administration is trying to sell everything and just give it to the highest bidder and just profit off of these things that we all should have. No. Anyway, that's for another day, y'all. Critical thinking.
We'll be back
Thank you.
for more critical thinking.
Listen, I'm with you, okay? As an exennial/elder millennial out here, I 100%.
I'm worried for the kids.
I'm worried for the kids, but we got to teach them, Blakely. That's the thing.
I'm here to make
I'm
money.
trying
I went
not
to Wharton. I'm here to make money.
I know you're trying to make money. I know you're trying to make money. I do want to make money too. I don't want to be a billionaire, but I want to make enough money so that I could do good. And
Agreed.
I want bread and roses. I want bread and roses not just for
Yes.
myself, but for everyone. You know, I want to be able to
agree.
feed myself and feed
Yes.
everyone, but also we need beauty and we need fancy things sometimes.
Exactly.
So anyway, caviar, anyone?
And potato chips. High
Listen,
low.
anything that's fancy that's highly priced right now started out with poor people. So just
100%.
calm down, everyone.
100%.
Lobster.
Okay, oysters, mussels. My mom was out here down in Palos Verdes on the rocks picking free mussels. We know the spots.
They're free.
South Bay
am I gonna go
immigrants, South Bay Asians and immigrants know.
Why am I going to Maison
They're
Premier
like-
paying $16?
Okay.
They're like,
How
this
to-
is free range.
How to fish off the Santa Monica Pier and the Venice Pier, and how to fucking pick off some mussels off the rocks. All
Farm
right.
to table, baby.
Listen, it is the home stretch. Let's just get into it quickly. Number 5, the studio on Apple TV. I am loving the studio on Apple TV.
Same.
Apple TV is the new
I haven't
HBO.
watched it yet,
the
but I've
studio
been
is a
dying.
lot of inside baseball,
Yes.
and that's fine for Apple TV. I feel like there was another inside baseball show that tried to survive that was a comedy on Hulu that we both loved
Reboot.
called Reboot.
Oh, with Keegan Michael
So
Key.
good.
Yes, with Keegan-Michael Key. It was about a comedy writer's room rebooting like an old school 90s sitcom. We loved it, but Hulu just decided that was too niche. But the studio, about a fake studio led by Seth Rogen,
It's hitting.
it's hitting.
I'm
Tell me
hearing
why.
so many good things.
Yeah, tell me why. Tell me
I
your.
think it's like it's so good at cringe comedy. It's also like it's a comedy of errors. It's cringe comedy. The cinematography and direction are actually
Yes.
incredible. Like the one shots, the walk and talks.
Yes.
And also, I just feel like they've done enough to make everybody. They've used enough inspiration in real life people, whether you know Hollywood or not, to like be interested in these people. Also, just the cameos. They were like Charlize Theron and Martin Scorsese, episode 1.
Yeah.
Like I'm still waiting to see like Zoe, like all these people. It's very good. It's very well done. If you're inside, there's multiple levels to it, and if you're on the outside, seeing Seth Rogen, how he's going to fuck up each and every week, both
Yeah.
personally and professionally, is also amazing. So
Yeah.
they gave you levels. They gave you whip smart dialogue. I love Catherine Hahn's
Oh,
wardrobe.
My God.
It is so specific to a marketer. Actually, here's a story. I was walking down Beverly. I had just seen Sinners for the second time. I was walking past the Now on Beverly, and I walked past Amy Poehler and Catherine Hahn. And I said, you. And they said, you. So I walk in the Now, and Amy Poehler goes, Blakely? And I go, Catherine Hahn. Your favorite things I've done lately. My favorite things you've done lately, Catherine Hahn, are burping on Amy Poehler's podcast
Yeah.
and your wardrobe on the studio.
Yes.
And we laughed for 5 minutes. Then I left.
Wow.
Honestly, that's all you need to do.
Beautiful. That's bread and
appropriate.
roses.
That's appropriate. That's
Yeah.
bread and
Yeah.
roses.
Yeah.
Catherine Hahn's outfits are honestly not that far from how I used to dress more. Because when I left, I mean, not the expensive way, but when I left politics, and at one point in my early stand-up comedy career on Facebook, RIP, on Facebook, I had asked, I was like, so if you were to describe like a character or persona for me, how would you describe it? And the way that I was clocked by my former coworker, who also loves pop culture a lot, he goes, publicist for a mid-level musician. So not Catherine Hahn level, but like a cheaper level, a more Zara level. I was like, yeah, it's a lot of gold, some leather. Okay.
Accessible though.
Accessible. But when I watch her and the fact that she has baby hairs laid, I was like, this is too much.
or like the ponytail that had like the multiple like balls down the back of it. I'm just like, this is. But also like she's right a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Which I love.
No.
Like they're giving you this crazy like almost like fly girl in Gucci persona, but she's just like, but what she's saying is correct dollars and cents wise. Which
Yes,
is why
she's
they're
no
paying big
nonsense.
bucks.
She's no nonsense.
Yeah.
The studio is great if you want, even if you don't work in entertainment, because if you ever want to understand friends who work in entertainment and the stakes that they're living with that sound insane and ridiculous and honestly useless, watch the studio, because they just did the episode where they compared the entertainment industry to the medical profession.
Yes.
Incredible.
Wow.
Just watch that one.
Wow,
It's so
wait. Cannot wait.
But I was on his side because I'm like, doctors are insufferable sometimes. When she was like, movies are as important as curing cancer, he was like, oh,
Wow,
you
I
cured
can't
it?
wait for this. I have
Oh, I
to
didn't know
watch
you
this with
cured it. I'm like,
Austin.
checkmate, bitch. Cancer's still here. Y'all been trying this for hundreds of years, and cancer is still murdering us.
Dolly's guy is
What?
a doctor.
My other half is a doctor. I'm gonna have to watch this.
Get
with
him. Get him. Drag her, Portia.
Like, finally.
Drag her, Portia.
Here we go. Number 6, $5,000 for women to have babies. Just a couple lines on this. Okay. The fact that somebody said, let me give you a cash voucher instead of actually improving maternal health systems in America. The gall, the audacity.
I feel like you can spend $5,000 in one night
On the birthing center. Like, that's like a quarter of the bill for having the baby. So
Half a day in a
What
bed.
is $5,000 going to do for one baby?
No, thank
one
you.
woman.
it's like 4 braces.
Oh my God, no.
Trash.
That's like 2 dinners.
Literally.
Listen, if you want more women to have babies, why don't you give us childcare? Why don't you give us good paying jobs? Why
Waive all the student debt.
don't waive the student debt?
Free daycare.
Okay.
Free food for the kids.
You want to get me pregnant? Wine and dine me.
Yes.
Okay. That's appropriate.
Not with a
This
one-time
is literally
voucher.
like a bear trap. Like, you know, it's like those old school traps. Like you reach your hand in and then you have the baby and you're just shackled to poverty for life. Like that's literally
Yeah.
what this is.
Unless
That's
you cut your
actually
hand off.
the entire right. So I guess that's killing the baby.
Do you have to keep the kid?
right?
Oh, good call.
They just want more white babies. Let's be honest.
If you're just making them and then give them to somebody as soon as you get it, 5,000
You have to
is
give
like
That's baby
Elon
trafficking.
Musk.
That's
But they want more babies born, whether or not it's healthy for the mom, whatever.
if you're keeping that kid, it's $277 a year. That's what that 5,000 worked out to be.
How long
Good
is the
job.
kid
For
alive?
18.
18
Until they're
years.
18. Now they're,
I was
now
like,
they're
wait, are they
emancipated.
dying
Now
at
they're-
17?
Yeah,
Now they're their own child.
I was like, this is
They're
bullshit.
Let's
adults
amortize.
now.
Let's amortize that
Honestly,
$5,000.
we're like 4 years from the Hunger Games, and I'm ready.
Oh, we're so close. We're
We're
this
so-
close.
we're so
Precipice.
Oh, the water wars
Elizabeth
are coming.
Banks, just call it.
Right? Let's do it.
Stanley Tucci, get your wig on.
Stanley, get your wig.
Honestly, that's a great name for a band or a podcast.
Oh, I'm making t-shirts.
Stanley, get your wig.
Stanley, get your wig.
This is the end of the show. Seven,
so
do we have any
sad.
number 7 action items? Are there any action items? What did we learn today? What did we discover today? What do you want to implement in your own life? Blakely, anything?
I'll be watching Dolly's documentary because I've seen all the
Yeah.
clips on Black Twitter, but I'm like,
the full
oh,
thing.
we're doing it. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm hoping that like there's an expanded universe in the Sinners universe of their story.
I know.
Thank you. The Ghost of Chinatown documentary that I worked on last year on Hulu is also something that I think has so much fodder for fiction.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend that as a second watch.
Wait,
Slightly longer.
should we enter into an agreement so I develop it?
Let's enter into an agreement. We've entered into an agreement.
Also, Gwyneth Paltrow's going to pay for it.
Thank you,
said that.
Gwyneth.
I'm speaking it to her. Gwyneth,
Pay for what?
your
Ghost
movie.
of Chinatown?
Your movie. If you're an ally.
If you're an ally.
If you're an
Maybe I
ally,
should pitch this to Brad Falchuk. Brad Falchuk, my former employer. Mr. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Ooh, Mr. Gwyneth.
As long as there's Goop Kitchen on set, can I just be there as a consulting
I'll
producer?
be honest, we had regular access to Goop Kitchen when we were in the writer's room. It's really good. I love it. It's very,
I
it's very
imagine it's
delicious
really
and
good.
consistent.
Goop Kitchen roast chicken.
Damn it.
Life changer. She did that shit right.
Do you have any, Dolly, do you have any action items for you?
Action items. I'm really looking forward to watching Blakely on the Met Gala carpet. I'm
I
gonna be watching closely for some
mean-
car crashes.
Wait, I know, now we know the inside
3-car
scoop.
pileup, baby.
Now that you got the inside scoop on what Blakely's thinking about, when we watch him on the red carpet, I will drink every time I see the pilot
I
happen.
will be like salivating. Like I see Kim Kardashian, you can see me like a vampire.
like a vampire,
What
just
happened?
Remick out here,
It's like fellowship and love, Kim.
just with a
Fellowship.
gross wound on your shoulder, salivating.
Fellowship and love, Kim. Come over here. Let's talk.
Okay, here we go. Number 8, show me some love. How can we show you some love? This is where you can plug us, plug where we should follow you, what we should check out. We already know you have a podcast coming out.
Yes.
We broke it here first, Blakely.
You beat
Where
the
can-
Today Show.
What's that?
It's actually supposed to be officially announced on the Today Show.
Okay.
On May 20th. I don't know. Sorry, Today Show.
But May 27th, your podcast is coming
Yes,
out.
yesterday's on Podcast One, me with Justin Sylvester. We'll be talking about queer pop culture moments that happened pre-internet.
Yes, and of course, follow Blakely Thornton.
Yes.
What a great follow on TikTok and Instagram.
Yes, thank you.
How about you?
You can follow me on Instagram by Dolly Li, BYDOLLY. July. And yeah, watch the Mississippi Delta Chinese doc. Watch Sinners right after. You'll be able to connect the dots, and definitely support all of these films. Watch them in IMAX. Show people that you actually want to go to theaters. It's the only way that we can keep making fun stuff.
Dolly, you're the best. By the way, Dolly and I know each other from way back when I visited the AJ Plus office, and I was like just visiting other folks I knew, and then they're like, you should meet Dolly. Dolly was like a graphic designer for them back then.
I did illustrations.
But out of nowhere, this fierce, hot, energetic little like fucking firecracker shows up and is like, oh my God, Jenny, I love you. And then we like took this immediate selfie. I was
Snapchat.
we
took the selfie
Snapchatted
snap.
the way we Snapchatted. and I was like, oh my God, I must know who you are, Dolly Li. And fast forward, I went for 2 weeks to Hong Kong for the first time. And Dolly was a part of starting a new video department for the longest running English language newspaper in Asia called South China Morning Post. It's called Gold Thread if you want to follow them. But Dolly was part of the team that launched it. And she was like, let's make a couple videos. I was like, yeah, I'll show up there.
Fun. You were,
fun. You and I we knew where we were because it was late at night in Hong Kong when the news broke that Anthony Bourdain passed away.
Yes.
And I wrote a viral tweet about it that was in every single newspaper. And I will forever remember that we were in Hong Kong. And by the way, this wasn't on the topic, but do not make this biopic about Anthony Bourdain. I'm sorry, A24.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, so I saw this today. I was like, for why, God?
For why?
Make something original.
I mean, am I going to watch it? Maybe, but
be mad.
that's the bonus topic. Right? Be mad.
Be mad.
If I was Anthony Bourdain, I would be mad.
Same.
How can you show me some love? You know what? I'm your host, Jenny Yang, and you can share this video and this podcast. Hopefully, this is your first time hearing it, and this is an official podcast. The extended version will always be on Substack. Consider being a paid subscriber. We are in a world where the creator economy is going to take over. Okay? Legacy media, goodbye. Hello, my baby. They're exiting stage left with their top hat, okay?
Truly.
The creator
That's why
economy.
Glenn Powell has to run a line of barbecue sauces, all right?
Bro.
We're all gonna die.
No one's okay. Like I said, when The Rock is out here selling tattoo cream, it's over for every home.
At Target for $9.99.
Seriously.
It's the new.
Yeah. We're still not shopping at Target, though. And that's it. Thank you, Corey, for being my co-producer of life.
You betcha.
Thank you to BLAKELY Thortoton and Dolly Li.
Thanks,
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.